Radio. Shout it.
Hot 1079, it's your boy B High Radio. Shout in 8 times stepping in the building. I got a friend to the show in this thing, Steven Jackson, my Texas fam. What's good with it, boss?
It's good, bro. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too. Now, I mean, Stack, right now, man, you've been leading the charge, for justice for George. Can you talk to me about this whole movement, man? And I mean, how it's impacted you personally thus far, man?
It's been crazy, man. Like it took a toll on me, It's something I never asked for, never thought of.
Yeah.
Losing my brother for the world to see, and me, having love for him and willing to stand up and use my voice has catapulted me into a position to lead in the biggest protest ever in history, and 18 countries, 50 states. So it's something I didn't ask for, something I never thought of, but God don't make mistakes. God gives you things that he know you can handle. And I'm just embracing it, bro, and hopefully I can continue to fight for justice for my brother and for other people who didn't get justice. I'm willing to use my voice, and this happened for a reason, so I'm embracing it.
When you first saw the video, though, Stack, and you didn't know that it was Floyd, how did that impact you when you first saw it versus when you found out that it was your brother, man?
Yeah, I talk all the time with my girlfriend's mother who lives in Minnesota about social justice and police brutality all the time. And she sends me videos all the time. So I was on the couch sleeping with my daughter and my phone was vibrating. I looked at the message. I'm like, damn, they done killed another brother. Not even knowing it's Floyd. And as I closed the message and put my phone down, my phone kept vibrating. And I had like 25 messages, and the first message I opened was from my homeboy Mike D, and it said, "You see what they did your twin in Minnesota," and I immediately correlated that with the message that my mom had son, my girlfriend's mom had son, and I just got up, broke down, started breaking stuff, punching stuff, scared the mess out of my daughter. It was a tough 10 to 15 minutes for me. I had to really control myself. And I called some people that I knew close to Poe close to Floyd to make sure it was true, and immediately voiced my feelings about it on Instagram. And something took over me to speak out about getting down here and speaking up for my brother, because I know these type of situations, the first thing they do is try to bring up your past to try to clarify or try to make what they did look valid. You know what I mean? So I had to get down here and speak for my brother, and I knew he would do the same for me if the shoe was on the other foot.
For those that didn't get a chance to know George, man, can you talk about some of your friendship with him, man, and explain exactly what kind of person he was?
He was a black man. He was a black man that tried his best to be a protector and provider for everybody. You know how we come up. We come up in areas where we don't get the same opportunities, and especially in a household we don't have a father, there's a lot of things that you have to learn from experience. You're going to make some bad decisions. You're going to make some good decisions, but you're trying to figure it out on your own. You know what I mean? And he made some mistakes, you know what I'm saying? But we all come to a point in life where we had enough, and it's time to turn that curve. It's time to change your environment. It's time to do some things different to better your life. And that's the stage where he was at. Moving to Minnesota, driving trucks, changing his life. That's where he was at. And he was a stand-up guy. This is the best way I can explain it to people like us, because this is how we understand it, B-High.
Exactly.
You have 4 neighborhoods. They all beefing. Floyd is from one of those neighborhoods. But he is the only person from all those neighborhoods that can go to all 4 neighborhoods without it being a problem. That's the type of person Floyd was. So I know you feel me when I say that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes beef get real where nobody can go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Floyd was the guy that can go to all neighborhoods, and everybody knew that he was a peaceful guy and he stood for what's right. So we lost a good one. And that's why, with me, he was one of the guys that supported me genuinely. It's a lot of people that abused our friendship because they knew I had money, they knew I had access to certain things. So even if they didn't need it, they asked for it. Floyd wasn't like that. When he called me, he knew he could ask for money, but he needed clothes for job interviews. He would ask for clothes instead of money. He was one of those guys. Anytime when I first started working on TV, if you look at his IG, he posted me on TV because he was proud of me, because he lived through me, because we actually thought we was twins. So we lost a good one, man, and that's why I don't mind riding for him.
How do you feel when you see the world in an uproar over George Floyd? Man, I'm talking about from Africa to Europe. I mean, all over the world, people are protesting right now, man. And I mean, basically, you were leading the charge of that.
Yeah, I'm happy, man. And if they knew George, if they really knew him, then they would understand even more why they riding for him. Because he's that type of person that you would want to ride for, because he would do the same for you. He didn't have a hateful bone in his body. You know, like I said, he made mistakes and certain things happened in his past, but he didn't have a hateful bone. He couldn't hurt a soul. He was a gentle giant. And I'm happy everybody is protesting and standing with us, because that's the only way we're going to push hate out. Love has to overweigh and outweigh hate. It has to. And as you see, more people are standing on the side of love than hate. So that's why you see 18 countries and 15 states protesting all at the same time, screaming the same thing. No justice, no peace. We want justice. And if I got to spend the rest of my life leading this charge to get it done, you know, I think this is the moment, Beehive. I think this is our moment. Look at NASCAR. Look what NASCAR did. NASCAR that took down the rebel flag. Yeah, the flag, took down that flag. No more. You know, I think that's big. You know, so many people sending that to me, say, Jack, look what you done. Look what you spearheaded. You know, change is happening behind this our moment, and we can't get off their necks just like they was on my brother's neck. We got to stay on their neck.
How do you feel when you see all of the races coming together in support too? Because down here in Atlanta, the protests, you saw just as many white folks out there as black folks, and it was really a genuine, beautiful thing to see, just people coming together in a collective to move the culture forward.
Well, I think it's because one of those first posts I made, and when I got on TV and talking about it, about holding them accountable. You know, I said this clearly when I did my first press conference. I said, I love white people. I love all my white brothers. And I know you probably love me. But if you're not standing on the side of me, protesting and marching and standing up for what's right, your love don't mean shit. And we start holding everybody accountable. You know, even with Drew Brees, as you see his teammates, everybody, you know, I gave everybody confidence to start holding everybody around them accountable. No more saying you support us from DMs or emails or Twitter. Come stand behind me and show the world that you stand with me for what's right. And that's why we haven't changed. And they know they can't hide no more. They know we need them. They know they have to stand on side of us to get things done. And I'm glad they're starting to understand that.
Exactly. When you look at the changes that's going on with the NFL and just the major league sports all together as well, I mean, how do you feel like this situation is going to impact sports?
Well, I think sports, they have to really, this is the moment. The black players especially, they have to take a stand. Let these sports organizations know that this is way more important than the game. And this moment is now. They can't take it light. The NFL, their apology should have been directly to Colin Kaepernick. Don't make no public apology saying, y'all handled this wrong. Y'all, the person life who you ruined the most was Colin Kaepernick. The person you need to be apologizing to is Colin Kaepernick, not the world. So the apology that they made was fake to me. I really didn't want to hear it. And a lot of the players in the NFL didn't want to hear it. They need to make that apology directly to Colin Kaepernick and make it right. Give him a job. Make sure he's back in the NFL. That's the only way they can fix this. Everything else they say is fake.
Exactly. How is the Floyd family doing over there, Stack?
The family's doing great, man. I mean, as well as they can do. Yeah. You know, it's still fresh. We just had the funeral a couple of days ago, and they're gonna be hurting forever because the world had to see that. You know, I know his nephew, his little cousin Wu, his emotions are all over the place. His best friend Poe emotions all over. My emotions all over the place. So, and I know Gigi is up and down. You know, she's gonna be dealing with that. With the support for Gigi has been great, man, and support from the family from the outside looking in looks great. So, you know, I haven't really talked to the brothers that much during this whole process of that side of the family that much. But I'm just praying for them, and I'm just leading by example and using my voice to help the family get justice.
For you, Stack, being a leader and having to go out here and be an activist, how do you keep control of your emotions before getting out there and saying something that's totally, you know, inflammatory, man?
By knowing it's bigger than me. You know, I got the right people around me that I'm not sitting around here listening to music where I'm ready to go kill white people. And, you know, we not in that mode. We in a big old house, living good, eating good. I got Charles Oakley here cooking for me. You know what I'm saying? We in the right mind frame. I got my brother Will here making sure everything taken care of where I ain't got to worry about nothing I can't control. And that's how we move. And so, like I said, my support system is strong. I got the right people around me, you know what I'm saying, and got me leading the right way. And my mind is clear of the goal that's at hand and what's going on in this moment. You know, I'm not naive at this moment. I know what's going on. I know how big it is. I know all the people before me, the Martin Luther Kings, the Malcolm X's, that wish they could be in this moment and died for this moment. So the fact that I'm in the position and God has put me here in this spot, I know where I'm at. So I'm not gonna go out there and say nothing I should say. Everything is coming from the heart. I'm leading with my heart, you know, so I can't say nothing wrong, you know, and I'm not worried about offending nobody. Them days are over with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really picking my words to make sure I'm catering to a certain race. No, everybody gonna hear this and it's gonna be raw. And it's gonna be some things said that might ruffle some feathers. But so be it. The time is now and we gotta take advantage.
Yes, sir. Now, what changes do you want to see moving forward, though, Stack?
Well, it's a lot, and I ain't no politician, but it's a lot. You know, just like Kumo did in New York, he put some temporary laws in place. You know what I'm saying? We can start there. You know what I'm saying? We got to start making steps. You know, they talking about getting Trump out the White House. I'm all for that. But we got to make sure the next person that's going in there, the first thing he's doing is catering to what we need done. That's the type of change we need. It's a lot of policies and a lot of laws that could be changed where we can get equal justice, where these cops can get the same penalties we get when we do the same crimes they do. It's a lot of things that need to change to make us equal. And they know the laws that they have in place that's not fair to us. So all those things need to change, and we got certain people that know the certain policies, that know the certain laws that need to be changed. I'm fighting for all that stuff because it all comes with treating us right and equal justice. And all those things fall in place.
Now, you know, in America, we got a history of people being found not guilty after we see these kinds of videos, man. I mean, what are your thoughts moving forward if that happens to be the case in George Floyd's case?
But see, that's why I'm trying to use my voice, and every time I'm letting the world know that the world has lost common sense. Just like me and you, Bihar, be on Zoom right now. You have a big audience, a big fan base. So when you play this for your audience, you expect them to believe that this is Stephen Jackson you interviewing, this is Stephen Jackson you talk to, because you actually have it on you recorded it. You have it on your record. Why is it so different with my brother murder? You see what I'm saying? And the world has lost common sense. It's real simple. And that's what I'm trying to get the people to understand here in Minnesota, the world to understand, that it's simple as day, but it's rocket science when you're dealing with black folks. Them days are over. You know what I'm saying? We got everybody standing with us. We're going to push for a speedy trial, and we're going to push for these convictions, and we're not going nowhere until that happens. And after we get there, which I'm sure we're going to get, we're going to the next one. I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping.
For those that want to get down with the movement, Stack, how can they join up? How can they donate? And how can they be a part of this?
Well, I have a link in my bio for the movement and how you can support the movement and find out everything about the movement, man. This is something that I started organically. I'm doing all this shit off the fly, and we're doing it from our heart. You know what I'm saying? And I just want genuine support because I'm doing this genuinely. So the people that genuinely want to support me, just look at my Instagram. I got the bio in my link, how you can support everything we got going on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lastly, is there anything else you want to get off your chest, Stack?
You know, behind the end of the day, man, I just want people to continue to support me. You know, it's a lot of people that want to be in my position, Beehive. They feel like they got all the answers and want to tell me what to say and tell me what to do now because they wish they had this position. You know what I'm saying? To those people, God chose me for a reason. You know, and I didn't ask for it. He chose me for a reason, and I'm embracing it and do it the way He's telling me to do it. You know, a lot of people tried it their way behind it didn't work. You know, and I see a lot of people. I see a lot of people trying to get close to me because, like we say in the hood, I got the juice. You know what I'm saying? To those people, that's not genuine, and that's not gonna fly over here. You know, people are following me because I'm leading from the heart, and it's proof that I love everybody, and I've shown everybody that I love them. So this is happening organically. If you're not supporting me organically, if you're not down with the movement organically, if you're not trying to come around me to help build this movement or to help get change and do it in the right way, then please don't come around. Stay away from the movement and do not support it. We do not need any negativity. We don't want it. And this is the moment that we can't lose and can't let anybody sidetrack us from what we're doing. This is our moment. Let's take advantage of it.
Let me get back in here, Stack. You over here in the fight of your damn life, and you got opportunists trying to slide in here, trying to wiggle their wheel in the middle of everything. What's going through your mind at these times, man? When you're thinking to yourself, okay, my homeboy was just murdered by the police. I got the whole country looking at me to see exactly what I'm about to say, and I got these folks over my shoulder trying to get in where they fit in, and this ain't the time for that though.
Nah, to be high, but it's opportunities. But the good thing about it, I've been a professional athlete for 14 years, so I can see them coming a mile away. And like I said, I got the right people around me that see it coming a mile away too. I see the people that's coming around for photo ops. That's why I made that post. The photo ops gone, the camera's gone, everybody gone. I'm still here in Minnesota right now with my team, still fighting for justice. So this is organic and this is real. And you can see them come and be high, but like I said, man, we protected by God. All this is coming from the heart. And when you're doing it from the heart, doing it from the right way, they can't throw no chink. They can't do nothing to you. You can't have no chink in my armor. We riding right now. We're going to keep the foot on the gas.
And I'm going to just leave on this note, though, too, Stack. Just watching this movement and just the atmosphere in the country altogether, I have not seen this much forward momentum for the culture altogether in my whole lifetime. I ain't never seen one nation under a groove coming together to say, you know what, justice for Floyd, justice for all, and love for all, man. And it's getting to the point to where if somebody's still trying to make it a black or a white thing, you are the problem, because ain't nobody, most people are trying to move this thing forward and make it better for everybody as a whole, man. So, I mean, keep on doing what you're doing, Stat, man. Thank you for standing up. Thank you for speaking from the heart. And thank you for not watering down your emotions and how you feel too, because people need to see the raw, the real, and exactly how you feel. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, people, the cameras come on and you can't really speak how you want to feel, to everybody out there. So to be able to see you on these platforms and let folks know what's really going through a black man's mind or through a human's mind all together is a beautiful thing, man. And I just want to salute you and thank you for that, brother.
Man, I appreciate you. It's love for life. He'll be high.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, take it easy. Stay strong, man. And I'm rocking with you, bro.
I love, bro. Appreciate you.
Love. Allah.